Good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Shout out to everybody out there. I know it's a long day. Shout out to the three viewers that always watch me. Cheers to y'all. Thanks for always watching you, boy. Oh, how's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope you guys are still touching grass. I don't know, going to the gym. What else everybody doing this? Living that soft life. Oh man. My brother tripped me out with a joke a couple days ago. He was saying, I'm ready for my soft hands era. For anybody that works with their hands, a lot of times when you're like doing carpentry, electrical work, um, welding, anything. I mean, when you work with your hands, you notice your hands get kind of scarred up and stuff like that. Like, like on the back of my hand, I have like one or two scars from just working on stuff without gloves. I don't know why. I have a habit to just take my glove off. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm working with metal, working on a car, or doing plumbing or whatever, just I don't like having gloves on when I work. I don't know why. But other than that, I've had some I don't know. Today was a pretty weird day. I was just working, doing my thing. I got to go off to my second job in a little minute, but I was just at work, going through my playlist, listening to a few podcasts, listening to the news, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Outside of this whole Megan the Stallion, uh, what's his name, Clay Thompson. I gotta pretend like I don't know his name. Low key, that might be my whole cousin. Lord knows. I'm joking. I'm joking. For those who can't get it, um, my family comes from the Bahamas. You could say I'm Bahamian descent, and that's like a common joke that everyone has a cousin in the Bahamas somewhere. It don't matter whether you're Haitian, Jamaican, uh, you can be from Guyana. Somebody got a cousin over there in the Bahamas. It's just how it is. I don't know why, but yeah, it kind of it kind of ends up that way. But the first thing we're gonna get into. Let me fix this damn cord. This thing keeps. I really need to switch over wireless, but I ain't got that big streamer money yet. Shout out to the same three people that always watch me. Shout out to you guys. Go ahead and share my screen. So in the news, there's the Louisiana governor. He's putting a lot of judges on blast. Recently, a 17-year-old went on a shooting spree in a Louisiana mall. The judge had some very let me pull this video up. Leave it to the computers. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Once again, shout out to the top three, the three people that always watch me. Don't worry, guys. One day I'm gonna grow it to five, and then from 5 to 7, 10. Who knows? Maybe in 10 years we'll hit 100,000. All right, but let's get into it.
At just 17 years old, mall shooting suspect Markel Lee is described as having an extensive criminal history. Friday, Governor Jeff Landry blamed the judicial system for allowing repeat offenders off the hook and out of custody. News 2's Alexis Maroney joining us live tonight with reaction from the community.
Ooh. Rest in peace to anybody that lost their life or who was you guys get what I'm trying to say. I have to be careful because of some of this is being streamed to YouTube, and yeah, they like to flag me when I say certain things, and well, I'm probably never gonna get monetized, so who cares? Fuck it. Let's just go ahead and say it anyway. Boy went in there, he was shooting, trying to kill people, and they're still digging into it, trying to figure out a motive, because like they said, he does have a past history of violent crime, but like for instance, like armed robbery, violent crime, but to go from robbing someone to, oh, let me shoot up this entire mall, like that's kind of a noticeable leap. Let me play some more.
Community.
Michael, Friday, the governor put the blame on the judicial system, supporting legislation that lets lawmakers kick judges off the bench. Those I spoke to say the real change needs to happen at home.
Damn, shout out to Macy's. Oh, man. I remember my mom used to take us out here to the Jensen Beach Mall, always stopping at Macy's, JCPenney. They overcharge you. You know, you're going to pay them mall prices, but hey, fellas, if you love your girl and you want to shut her up for a couple days, save up a couple $100, take her to Macy's, buy her some clothes, buy her some stuff or whatever like that. They got name brand at Macy's. She, you know, if you don't want her to know about it, just, you know, tear off the tags, you know, don't show her the receipt. Just show up with the stuff, okay? Just show up with the stuff. Don't let her see where you got it from. But yeah, shout out to Macy's. They be having some stuff on sale from time to time. Fellas, you heard me.
Moment, anything can change. For several families, everything changed Thursday here at the Mall of Louisiana. One 17-year-old is charged with murder. Another 17-year-old's life ended.
Very sad.
17-year-old Markel Lee's first court appearance for the mass shooting happened here at the night.
God damn. Excuse my language, but see? Y'all see what I mean? This is why YouTube is never going to monetize me. Well, to hell with them. Anyway, did y'all see the armored truck? Like, they did not play at all. When armored trucks come out, yeah, I'm surprised dude actually made it alive to be in custody, because I was like, yeah, once they pull out that big armored truck, somebody gonna die. Well, besides, oh God, that came off. Apologies. Rest in peace to the victim, the girl that died, and speedy recovery to everyone that, you know, was injured. That didn't come out right, what I was just saying earlier, but yeah, if I am part of the police force, if you make me order or call up the armored trucks, yeah, we just taking you down. Ain't no going into custody. I know some of you will say that's extreme, but I have no sympathy at all for like mass shooters. I just don't. Make sure I keep track of my time here. Stand pad. What's wrong with this thing? All right, let's do it with time. All right, back to the video, y'all. But yeah, I don't have no sympathy. I don't have no sympathy at all for mass shooters. Personally, take them down. Don't just take him down.
19th Judicial District Courthouse. Lee is charged in the killing of 17-year-old Martha Odom and shooting 5 others. Monday morning, we set up in front of the courthouse. It's where I met Kiara Turner.
My cousins and my aunt, they work inside of the mall. It was very scary.
And Silverine Parker.
They trying to play God.
Friday, Baton Rouge police announced Lee's arrest,
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims.
saying at 17 years old, he had an extensive criminal history.
I'm done with them. It doesn't matter how old they are.
Governor Jeff Landry blames judges for a lax legal system. He believes it is too lenient in sentencing.
We got 18,000 acres that ain't.
Shoot, that's
If it's up to me, I'd set them all there for the rest of their lives.
I was kind of shocked, but he do have a point. Those repeated people, repeated offenders, definitely need to be stayed locked up.
Landry touted a piece of legislation
Rest in peace again to the people that lost their lives. It sucks when someone loses their life, and but on the other note, this is man. How do I say this? This is. Man, what's the words I want to use for this? This is an affront to human decency. And what we as people shouldn't be doing. Like, I don't know what his issue was. I don't know, was he just mad at the world or whatever? But there's no reason for you to, shoot up a mall. Like, I have no sympathy for these people, man. I kind of agree with the governor, like, especially to do violence in your own community. Like, you walk by somebody every day, and the next time you see them might be the last time you see them. They just snap or like go over the edge and just start shooting up the place. That's why I stay armed, and I don't really. I don't really advocate for guns like that, but after so many mass shootings, I completely understand why someone today needs to be armed and should carry.
that with voter approval would allow the legislature to force out judges for malfeasance, incompetence, or gross misconduct.
You do have to take accountability.
Kiara Turner believes the responsibility isn't all on the judges, but on the person who's released from custody. So you think it depends on the person?
It does. If they do make the decision to let you go home, now it's up to you to do better.
And if the bill passes, voters would decide next April whether to make the change official. Live in the newsroom, Alexis Maroney, WBRZ News 2.
Oh, shout out to my boy Andy. Yeah, I'm always working. I'm always working, my boy. I'm always working. Always working. Shit, about 3:30. What else popping on? God damn. Go ahead and put the mute back on. Damn, this tea jumping. It's just some afternoon tea, fellas. Green tea, preferably. Be a healthy nigga. Let me see what's going on else out there. Oh shit. We got Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa. Let me see where they at on the score line right now. I forgot they were playing for the Europa League today. I'm more about this Boston today, though. They play tonight. Hopefully, they can wrap up the series. I was hoping for a sweep, but knowing Boston, they ain't gonna give it to me. Shout out to everybody that's been betting on LeBron. No offense, cuz one of my cousin Chris, he likes to bet on LeBron sometimes. It's about 3:30. It's 0-0. Shout out to everybody watching the game today, both games. Anybody seen the Bayern Munich versus PSG game? That game was fire. Throughout the whole, that was one of them games where I had to sit down and watch that thing for a good minute. That was football at its best. There were some, some of the calls were iffy, and some of the players didn't do as best as I thought, but it was a good game. Goals were going off back and forth. Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. That was more boring. I didn't really find that one too interesting. I know they call them haram ball or whatever. I'm not too familiar with all the parking the bus tactics and stuff like that. But it was just boring in the sense of, what's his name? Alvarez. Like, he wasn't really on point for Madrid. Athletic. He wasn't as on point. Arsenal are boring to watch. I'd rather watch, to be honest, I would rather watch West Ham United, even though they're on the lower end of the relegation, or Nottingham Forest. I think they washed Sunderland 4-0 last week. And some of the lower ranked teams tend to play better football. To just make it more interesting to watch sometimes. I guess it's because, it's the end of the season and it's about the lower teams need to fight it out to see who's going to get relegated. So with basketball, I've just been disappointed in Boston. I was hoping Tatum would just sweep in the first round, a good sweep. Maybe 4-1, 4-1, but hey, I just hope we get an easy. Well, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do even. I don't think they'll do better in the next round. Probably the same thing. They might pop off with one game, give a game. Because this whole 76ers series has been like that. Get a game, concede. You come back for one, concede, come back. It's been back and forth. Shout out to everybody still arguing about Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. Shout out to my cousin. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's true though. Everybody got a cousin in the bombs. Everyone. You just ain't find them yet. Oh, Lord, what the hell's popping off today? Shout out to Trump. Got to shout out the president. He's still fighting it out over there with the Iranians. in my opinion, they need to just, well, we kind of can't walk away from it now. We done started blowing shit up. We done killed people, wiped out a whole. It's not funny, but I mean, we literally wiped out damn near the entirety of the Ayatollah's family in a couple of months. I think if his son's still around, he's in hiding somewhere. What parts of the family that are left have either fled the country or in hiding. Yeah, we're not going to be able to pull out of this one. Let me see what's popping up in Michigan. A local rapper charged in shooting at a restaurant. Oh, Lord. With this. Shout out to all the local rappers. Just please don't be shooting up restaurants. You ain't got to be gangster in real life. Just make good music.
Restaurant left 2 people with life-altering injuries.
That's all according to the new federal indictment detailing what investigators say happened inside Confessions and in front of customers.
Okay. I'm sorry. If the name of your restaurant is Confessions, like what are we telling? I must confess this chicken is the best, nothing less. Like, shoot, sound like name of a strip club if you ask me. Confessions.
Back on April 8th, ABC 13's Tony Atkins live outside Confessions tonight.
And Tony, according to
Hey, if the owner's an Usher fan, that would be so hilarious. If the owner's an Usher fan, yeah. It should be a strip club, though. That's so not a good name for a restaurant.
the indictment, investigators say the suspect even posted about the shooting on social media.
Yeah, Erica, they also say he made music videos referencing the shooting just days after.
Oh, Lord. Well, niggas been doing it, but damn. Y'all ain't learned nothing from what Young and Ace and Julio and come on. Yeah, homie, we gonna make a music video about it. Yeah. Yeah, recreate that scene, nigga. We gonna recreate that scene. Yeah. Nah, I'm pistol whipping him like this. Yeah. Block. Ridiculous.
It happened here, and tonight we're learning more about what federal investigators say happened that night. Jeremy Ford, better known as Michigan rapper All-Star JR, is now in.
Shout out to everybody that's heard of him, because I had never heard of him. Let me run that back. What's his name again?
All-Star JR is now in custody. JR, known as Michigan rapper All-Star JR.
All-Star JR. Yeah, I ain't never heard of this one. Never heard of him.
Is now in custody. He picked up a federal charge in connection to the shooting at the restaurant Confessions on April 8th. The U.S. Attorney's Office charged the 36-year-old rapper with unlawful possession of a weapon as a convicted felon. The complaint says he was prohibited from having a gun following a 2014 home invasion conviction. Court documents detail more about what happened the night 3 people were shot at Confessions, saying it could have started as an attempt to take the rapper's chain.
low key, low key. I love how the media was flexing the Rolls Royce. Let me go back a little bit. Yeah, is it flexing the Rolls Royce? Like, is somebody like leaving? Like they're not leaving. Like yeah, he, one of them must have said that specific. Hey, park my shit in the front.
Home invasion conviction. Court documents detail more about what happened the night 3 people were shot at Confession, saying it could have started as an attempt to take the rapper's chain. Court documents say it turned physical and a gun fell. Ford allegedly picked it up and began shooting as people ran to an elevator for their lives.
The individual, again, that was being robbed or assaulted, and I guess you would consider it a robbery as physically as they were being with this guy. Once he finally presented the weapon and started shooting, he fled on foot, and we don't know where he went from that time.
Surveillance video in the indictment show the man investigators identified as Ford firing the gun, and at one point turning toward one of the men lying on the ground, shooting them as they laid motionless. Another surveillance photo shows him allegedly trying to wipe and leave the gun on the hostess stand at the restaurant. Since
Oh man, dude, you for those of you who don't know, you are on camera. Anytime you are in public, there is a 50-50 chance you are on camera. Well, actually, I won't even say 50-50. There is a 75% chance that you are on camera. And I want to say 75 because I just noticed in my neighborhood, they've been actually putting up cameras at certain posts and stuff like that. At intersections, at certain stop signs. Like, the government is watching. Have you ever seen the movie Big Brother or Harrison Bergeron? Shout out to Mrs. Barano. I'm gonna run that back for y'all, just for who didn't get to catch everything. So let it play.
In the indictment show the man investigators identified as Ford firing the gun, and at one point turning toward one of the men lying on the ground, shooting them as they laid motionless.
Okay. That was just cold blood. Like, he already on the ground motionless. You just said blah. Oh, Machi. Shout out to my son. Not much, boy. Just chilling, hanging and swinging, smoking this kush. But yeah, so the dude shoots back at the guys trying to rob him. He shoots the guy already on the ground. Like, he's motionless, so he just said, "Yeah, I'm a double tap, make sure he's." Which, I mean, hey, if you have some type of formal training, I'm pretty sure they tell you that. Like, hey, if you're gonna have to shoot somebody, make sure they're dead, because hey, you're trying to protect your life. But this man tried to hit the gun down and just sit like, and he's on camera. Like, sir, is this you by the? I can imagine this in court when they pull it back. Sir, is this you with the astronaut behind you? Travis Scott must love to eat here.
Other surveillance photo shows him allegedly trying to wipe and leave the gun on the hostess stand at the restaurant. Since the shooting, investigators say the rapper traveled back to Michigan, where he posted videos on social media and released a music video that, according to the indictment, referenced the restaurant and the shooting itself.
You should know. HPD on Instagram post was beautiful. I ain't the one, that's why your lick turned to a murder.
2 people were injured in the shooting, and the indictment says one of the victims lost sensation in his legs because.
Hold on. I gotta run that back. I gotta run that back. Run that back.
And the shooting itself.
You should know. HPD on Instagram post was beautiful. I ain't the one, that's why your lick turned to a murder.
2 people were injured in the shooting, and the indictment says one of the victims lost sensation in his legs because of one of the injuries. A second victim allegedly lost his right index finger. Records say the third person shot had minor injuries and wasn't part of the confrontation. I visited Confessions and spoke with the.
Yeah, that bar was mediocre. Yeah, that bar was mediocre. I understand you felt inclined to speak on it in a rap song, but yeah, that bar was weak.
Owner about the arrest. In a statement, he says they're thankful for the work law enforcement has done, adding they've taken additional steps to ensure safety measures since the shooting. And again, these federal charges are just for the weapons charge. I did reach out to the Harris County District Attorney to see if any more local charges could be coming down related to the shooting. I'm still working to hear back on that. And Ford, he is due back in court on Monday. And if convicted on that federal weapons charge, he could face up to 15 years in prison. I'm live in Upper Kirby tonight. Tony Atkins, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Tony, thank you.
Here following another news alert tonight, Baton Rouge rapper Cleasy 5, whose real name is Wes Clark, is dead after a shooting this afternoon in Baton Rouge.
Sources close to the WBRZ investigative unit say Clark was shot outside of a gym along Woodcrest Drive. News 2's Joe Collins.
Oh, rest in peace, man. Hate to see another rapper die. Say what's up, Shadow. All right, let me put you down. I know you were ready to get down. Rest in peace to the homie, but yeah, I ain't got time to really get into this story. I gotta get ready for work. You know Malcolm, always working. Shout out to the top 3, same 3 people that always watch me. Knock it off, Shadow. That's with all my stuff. But anyway, thanks for hanging with me, guys. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get ready for work. Peace. And I'll probably log back on probably later. Well, I don't know. I might stream some of my game footage. I gotta rebuild some of my Yu-Gi-Oh decks tonight. I've been getting out of touch with some of the meta. But anyway, see you guys later.